Okay, what's up everybody? I'm back. That took like 35 minutes or so to get this beast put together. First impressions. Really wish, really wish they had instructions with it rather than just a video to follow on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I really appreciate the video. But, hey, what's going on? But I don't know. There was a couple things like the spring and the follower. I forgot to put that on, so I ended up having to take this cap off, put the follower on the end. That wasn't even in the video that you put the little black and orange thing on there. So that was my bad. Another thing is the trigger. In the video, they tell you to lightly sand it all over. And I'm going to end up having to take this back apart because I lightly sanded it. I lightly sanded it a lot, but it still sticks. So I'm going to have to take it all back apart. I'm going to have to get out some sandpaper and sand it all again. And then I'm actually going to put some grease on it, some lithium grease on it, just like I did this piece, like they said to. And I don't really like how you can see the grease, but they said to grease it up. I might end up greasing the whole entire assembly too, because I greased the O-rings real good, and it's just kind of sticky. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool blaster. I put the worker stock on it because that's really the only one I have that's long enough and fits the blaster okay. I really like to get like a telescoping stock, but I don't really have one right now. Let's see. They do give you like 3 extra screws, so that's cool if you strip one or break one or whatever. This little screw right here, they don't tell you what screw to use for it, but it is a littler one than the body screws, so take that into consideration if you do purchase this and put it together. I ended up sanding the magazine tube so it fit in this a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, it was still tight, but what I did, and it might not have been the best idea, but I thought about it. I thought it might work good, so we'll have to see if mine cracks overnight, which it probably will, which is going to kind of suck, but is what it is, I guess. I took my heat gun, and I have it on my stand, and I just kind of rotated it and heated the plastic up, and then tapped on it as I heated it up, and it seemed to slide down there better. So I was kind of expanding the plastic, kind of softening up the plastic, so the magazine tube would slide down in here better. Don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. This thing shoots super hard. It's a beast. I've got Gen 3 worker darts. I've got a target 30 feet away down there, and I was hitting the target. Another thing I don't really care for is they have a rubber gasket right here for the actual barrel. When I was firing it, it came out twice. So I don't know, it's just kind of like a friction fit in there. So I don't know if I was doing something wrong, but I had it pop out on me twice, so not really too happy about that. And, oh, I missed a screw back there. I'll have to get that screw and put it in there. Another thing I don't like is the hardware. I've got a perfect screwdriver for this hardware, but they strip really easy. I stripped one, and that's probably the one I took out, and I'm kind of scared to put it back in. I really want to find some actual Nerf brand screws to put in this. I think they would be a lot better, and they won't strip as easy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find any because these are like very fine threads, and usually the Nerf screws are coarse threads, which might be better. I don't know. But yeah, overall it's okay. I'll have to play around with it a lot more to tell you how I, have to field test it and get it working decent so I can really tell you how I feel about it. Just when you put it together, just be careful of the magazine tube here. Sand your magazine tube or heat the plastic up here so it will expand and form around the magazine tube. Be careful of the hardware. Make sure you have a good Phillips screwdriver to put these screws in, or they will strip. And make sure you get your trigger sanded really well and lubed up good, or you're going to have a sticky trigger. That, I don't know, that kind of irks me a little bit because I thought I sanded it really well, and obviously I didn't. So I'm just going to have to undo this blaster, take all the screws back out, and try it again. That was my bad. I should have, I don't know, should have checked it out, I guess, before I got it all put together. The other thing is, when you're putting this spring in and putting the shells together, you're going to have to hold the plunger tube down with something. In the video, he actually uses the priming bar to kind of hold it, and then you kind of clamp it down real quick and pull the priming bar out. If you don't do that, the spring is going to pop out of here and take everything with it. So that was kind of a pain. But overall, it's a pretty cool blaster. I think once I get the trigger the way I want it, and lube some more of this stuff up in this blaster so it's a lot smoother. See, when I prime this, it's smooth right here. I mean, it's got a hefty spring to it. It's smooth right here, but right there, it just, I don't know, it's sticky. And I don't know if it's just, I think it's just the shell ejecting is what it is, and I just got to get it. That's another thing that I was looking at too. This is the seal for the breech, and it's popped out on me a couple times now too. So I don't know if I should put a little glue on that or what, but it kind of just sits in there like that, and it's popped out on me twice. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna ask my man Walcom and see what his thoughts are on my couple problems, because he's put his together and didn't really say he had issues with it, but see, every time I pull the trigger now, it just gets stuck. So I'm gonna end up disassembling this. Hopefully I don't strip any of the screws. Like, I'm really hoping I don't. I think the only one that I really stripped is the one that I didn't put in, which is this one right here. I forgot to put that one in. So maybe I'll try some strife screws or something. I think they'll work because this plastic is molded and it's not threaded. So you're threading the screw into the plastic and making your own threads in the plastic. So maybe if I find some Nerf screws, it'll be better. But yeah. Overall, I think it's a cool blaster. You can go pick one up at Monkey Mods. I think they have the standard short version in stock, and I think the standard short version holds 4 in the tube and 1 in the chamber. Don't hold me to that because I can't remember. And I'm pretty sure the extended one holds 6 in the tube and 1 in the chamber, so 7. But overall, it's a pretty cool blaster. Just gotta, work out some kinks with it. Sand the trigger, like I said. Just because I didn't sand it enough, I guess, and I'll lube up the trigger. Might lube some more of the internals, and then we'll just see how it functions and see how it works, and then I can come back and tell you what I think about this when I actually get it in the field and do some more testing with it. So hope you all have a great Monday night. Hope you all stay safe. And I'll be praying for you. Thanks for watching.